Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of our simple educational podcast. I'm Leo. Today, we will talk about a very important topic in English, which is the past simple tense.
Hello, Leo. Hello, everyone. I'm Mia. Yes, and we use this tense every day in our lives, like what we did yesterday, what we said, what we saw, or what we ate.
Exactly. Mia, today we want to make this topic very simple for beginners. So even if you don't know much about grammar, you will understand easily.
Perfect. Let's start.
What is past simple? Mia, what is past simple exactly?
Okay, past simple is a tense we use to talk about an action that happened and finished in the past. Example, I walked to school yesterday. I walked to school yesterday.
Wow, that's great. Leo, the action happened and finished. It's not happening now. This is the main difference.
Yes, exactly. If we say, I walk to school every day, this means I go to school every day, and this is the present tense. But if we say, I walked to school yesterday, this means only yesterday, and this is past simple.
Now, how do we form past simple? This is very important.
There are two types of verbs in English. First, regular verbs. We add ed at the end of the verb. Second, irregular verbs. They have a special form.
Okay, Mia, let's start with regular verbs first. For example, work to worked, play to played, watch to watched, talk to talked.
Yes, we just add ed to the end of the verb.
For example, I played football yesterday. She watched TV last night.
That's easy. Now, irregular verbs. These verbs don't add ed, but they change their form completely.
For example, go to went, have to had, eat to ate, see to saw, do to did.
These verbs you must learn because they are very common.
For example, I went to school yesterday. She had a sandwich for lunch. We ate pizza last night. He saw a movie yesterday. I did my homework last night.
Section 3. Time markers in past simple. Okay, Leo, how do we know quickly that a sentence is in past simple?
There are very common words that indicate past simple, like yesterday, last night, last week, last month, last year, ago, mundu.
Example, I saw him yesterday. She called me last night. They went to the park last week. We visited our grandparents last month. He moved to this city last year. I studied English 2 years ago.
You know, Mia, if you see these words, the sentence is most likely in past simple.
And now, how do we use past simple in daily life?
We use past simple in many situations, like when we talk about what we did yesterday, when we talk about our past day, when we tell a short story, when we mention what we did last weekend. For example, I woke up at 7 a.m. yesterday. I brushed my teeth. I had breakfast. I went to school. Another example, Mia. I watched a movie last night. I cooked dinner. I called my friend. I finished my homework.
Example 3. Last weekend, I went to the beach. I swam in the sea. I played football with my friends. I came back home at 6 p.m.
Great. These sentences, Mia, are very simple, but they use past simple in every step of your day.
And now, how do we form negative and question sentences in past simple?
In negative sentences, we use did not or didn't plus the verb in the base form.
For example, I didn't go to school yesterday. She didn't watch TV last night. They didn't play football.
You notice the verb here is not in past form, but in the base form. Go, watch, play. Because did carries the past tense.
In questions, we also use did at the beginning of the sentence, plus the verb in the base form.
Example, did you go to school yesterday? Did she watch TV last night? Did they play football?
And the answer is, yes, I did. Or no, I didn't. Yes, she did. Or no, she didn't. Yes, they did. Or no, they didn't.
Now, let's take examples from daily life in English.
Examples. I called my mom yesterday. She ate breakfast at 8 a.m. We went to the market last week. He watched a movie last night. I studied English yesterday. They had dinner at 9 p.m. She saw a cat in the garden. I played football with my friends. He bought a new phone last week. We visited our grandmother last month.
Now, a very common mistake we want to warn you about. Many beginners put the verb in past form even in negative and question sentences.
Wrong example. I didn't went to school yesterday. This is wrong. The correct is, I didn't go to school yesterday.
Why? Because did or didn't carries the past tense, and the verb returns to the base form. Another wrong example. Did you went to school? The correct is, did you go to school? Remember, after did or didn't, the verb is always in the base form.
Now, let's do a short exercise together.
I will give a sentence in the present tense, and you change it to past simple.
To what?
If I say, I walk to school every day, change it to past simple.
The answer? I walked to school yesterday.
Yes, great, Mia. The second sentence, she eats breakfast at 8 a.m.
The answer? She ate breakfast at 8 a.m. yesterday.
Excellent. Mia. The third sentence, they play football every weekend.
The answer? They played football last weekend.
Yes, correct. The fourth sentence, he goes to the gym every day.
The answer? He went to the gym yesterday.
Excellent.
Now, a negative sentence. I don't watch TV every night. Change it to negative in past simple.
The answer? I didn't watch TV last night.
Great. And the question. Do you play football? Change it to a question in past simple.
The answer? Did you play football yesterday? Excellent.
You are now starting to understand past simple well.
Now, some simple tips for beginners.
Tip 1. Learn 10 irregular verbs per week. Example, go, went, have, had, eat, ate, see, saw, do, did.
Tip 2. Use past simple in your day every day. For example, before you sleep, say to yourself, I woke up at 7 a.m. I had breakfast. I went to school.
Tip 3. Make at least one sentence per day in past simple. Example, I watched a movie last night. I called my friend yesterday. I studied English this morning. Tip 4. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning, and the more you speak, the more confident you become. And now, here we reach the end of our episode. So, today we learned what is past simple, how to form regular and irregular verbs, how to use past simple in daily life, how to form negative and question sentences, common mistakes and tips for beginners. In the next episode, we will learn a new, simple, and very useful topic. So goodbye. See you there.
Goodbye, and don't forget to subscribe to English Ace channel.